kind of people are not to be messed with at first glance, is when faced with armed robbers, he can still count the money with a smile on his face, while comforting his female colleagues who were scared and crying. After the robber got the money, he didn't give up. He also wanted the gold ring on the female cashier's hand, but that is her mother's legacy. See, the other party hesitant to let go. The robbers raised the gun. The man saw the situation, gently took off the ring and handed it over. When the robber walked out of the supermarket, he followed quietly from behind. 5 minutes later, the man wiped the blood from the hammer, hang back on the shelves, and the female cashier opened the drawer, found that the gold ring was also lost and found. It turns out this man was no ordinary supermarket employee. His name is Mike. He was a senior agent because he was tired of the life of gunfire, so he created an illusion of death. He planned to spend the rest of his life in anonymity. After retirement, life was quiet and peaceful. He worked at a hardware store during the day. At night, he went to a fast food restaurant and ate late into the night. The ordinary life is extraordinarily healthy. Even his lost hair also feels like it's about to come back to life. During the course of the meal, he noticed a young girl who often drank coffee in the store. As time went on, the two of them gradually became familiar with each other. The girl's name is Kelly. She was a call girl in the red light district. After a few conversations, Mike found out she was not a self-absorbed girl, so he came up with the idea of persuading the girl to become a virtuous woman. At night, Mike witnessed Kelly get into a fat man's car, but when he saw her again the next day, Kelly was bruised and battered. What happened in between? You don't have to guess to know. Mike offered to comfort Kelly. Then he realized that she also wanted to go back to school. Just seems to have something to hide. And so they talked for a long time. Just as Mike was about to say goodbye to her, a car suddenly blocked the way. The man got out of the car and he grabbed Kyla by the neck and shoved her into the car. The other man had a gun in his hand. Mike did not do anything to stop. In the following days, Mike never saw Kelly again. It was only a few days later that he learned it. Kelly was admitted to the ICU from her friends. Mike found out that because Kyla hit back when she was scolded by the customer. That's why she was beaten up by the boss. It turns out that they were all under the control of the mob, forced to work in this profession. At home at night, Mike thought about it but decided to help Kelly. The next day, Mike walked into the mob's lair. He slammed $9,800 on the table. He wanted to use the money to buy Kelly's life. However, looking at the little bill on the table, but the chicken head snorted out a laugh. Kelly could make that much in one night. He told Mike to go home and get some sleep. Hearing this, Mike turned around and walked to the door. He didn't lumber away. Instead, he locked the door with his backhand. At the moment of turning around, all the weapons available in the room, he wrote down all of them.